Welcome back to the program. I always say if we had to only fight against Democrats and not ourselves and not fellow Republicans, we would be so much better off with more freedom, more liberty. So many things would have gotten done. We probably never would have had the 2020 stolen election because all of those states that were Republican run, if they didn't have rhinos, they all would have done audits as I was calling for. And it's like Republicans have this, I don't know what this is. It's almost like a fetish. Like they just love to just be dominated and beaten down and go along with people that don't like them and don't agree with them. And they have no balls. They're all a bunch of eunuchs. Truly, they are. And we see it time and time again. It's like they always snatch, what do they say? Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat or whatever, vice versa, whatever that saying is. Well, I just found out that in Indiana, we have, are you ready for this? Super majorities. Do you know what a super majority is? A super majority means that there are so many Republicans that Democrats cannot stop anything. Absolutely nothing. Okay? And in the state of Indiana, we've got to make sure that they do some major redistricting. Even President Trump is all over this as well. So I want to read his statement first and foremost. Here's what he said. In the entire United States of America, Republican or Democrat, only Indiana Republican State Senator Roderick Bray, a complete and total rhino, is opposed to redistricting for purposes of gaining additional seats in Congress. The Democrats have proven to be dishonest and untrustworthy in anything having to do with elections or election integrity. Republicans must be tough and smart if we are going to win the midterms. The Rod Brays of the world of politics are weak and pathetic. I wish that he cared about saving our country as much as Democrats care about destroying it. Make America great again. Now, we are fresh off the victory in Texas. That's final, folks. There's 5 more seats coming. Period. End of story. Can't be challenged. It's the Supreme Court. It's a final thing. So why on earth would we stop there? What is wrong with you, Republicans? I don't get it. Indiana House sets up a showdown between Trump and Republican state senators over the redistricting. The Indiana House on Friday approved a new congressional map. So the House Republicans, which, by the way, out of 100 seats, 70 are Republicans, 30 are Democrats. Okay? It's an absolute blowout. But at least the House Republicans in Indiana are stepping up. So they have designed and approved a new congressional map designed to hand Republicans all nine of the state's U.S. House seats, setting the stage for a showdown in the state Senate. At least 10 senators, though, publicly oppose this. And they say that they're not interested in doing an overhaul of the state's congressional boundaries. And the Senate President pro tempore, Roderick Bray, previously insisted he doesn't have enough votes to pass. Are you kidding me? Yes, you do. It's 50, is it 40-10? It's 40-10. I'll have to look at my thing that I created for everybody. Hang on one second. I think it's 40-10. Is it 40-10? It's 40-10. There are 40 Republicans in the Indiana Senate and only 10 Democrats. And this ass clown literally says publicly that he doesn't have enough votes? Are you kidding me? Of course you have enough votes. You have more than enough votes. Okay? This is the type of shit that pisses me off, and I'm going to make sure that this rhino scumbag hears from me and all of you. All right? So then he says, the argument has become increasingly personal. Indiana State Senator Mike Bohusek said he wouldn't agree to Trump's push after the president referred to a political opponent as, quote, retarded, a term that Bohusek said was especially offensive given he has a daughter with Down syndrome. Get over it, okay? He wasn't even talking about you. He was talking about Tampon Timmy, who certainly does seem to be having a couple of screws loose. Could he have said it another way? Yeah, maybe he could have. But you know what? Grow some balls, okay? Wipe off the male vagina you have and get tough and realize that you can't let a stupid comment from the President of the United States get in the way of you and potentially Republicans having permanent majorities in the House of Representatives. Grow some balls. That's what I would say to that. How this issue plays out in the Senate will be critical as a test of Trump's influence over this party after the president and his allies spend weeks seeking to bend reluctant Republicans' arms to his will. The Senate is scheduled to meet on Monday, though it's not clear how the chamber will proceed. Bray had initially refused calls to gather this month to vote on redistricting before changing course in late November. Democrats currently hold 2 of 9 congressional seats in Indiana. This map, when passed, will make it 9-0. Okay? We gain 2 seats immediately. And what this would basically do is it would eliminate basically Representatives Frank Mervan, who represents Northwest Indiana, and communist Islamist Andre Carson, who's been a thorn in Republican side for years, who represents Indianapolis. Both would be gonzo, okay? Both would be gonzo. The map would split Indianapolis, home to the state's largest black population, among 4 majority white districts. So, I am now going to do what I always do when I get pissed and I want something done. I give out information. Roderick Bray is a Rino scumbag. He is the head, the pro tempore of the Indiana Senate, and we need to make this eunuch bend to our will. And that's exactly what we're going to do, okay? So, if you live in Indiana, and I know some of you do, and yes, Carl, I'm talking to you and Elizabeth, and I know you guys are going, what did I do? All I do is sit there and enjoy the show, and I keep myself quiet. Why am I being brought up? Because I might need you on this one. Anyone that watches this show in Indiana, you have got to take action. And quite frankly, even if you're not in Indiana, I don't care if you look up a zip code outside of Indianapolis, memorize it, write it down, and make a phone call. And when they ask you where, come up with a town. Because I want people calling and harassing this guy because he's the one that is stopping the redistricting efforts in the state of Indiana. That is 2 extra seats. 2 extra seats. This is important. So if you live in Indiana and you really want to go down there, you can go down and see him in person at 200 West Washington Street, Indianapolis, 46204. You could call the office of the Capitol, which the phone number is 317-232-9400, or if you don't want to do it where it costs you anything, you want to do it toll free, that's fine. 1-800-382-9467. 1-800-382-9467. And you can email s37@iga.in.gov. Email is s37@iga.in.gov. There are 100 members in the House of Representatives. Republicans hold 70 seats. Democrats hold 30 seats. That is a super, super, super majority. In the Indiana Senate, it's even bigger. Okay? There are a total of 50 senators in Indiana. 40, that's right, 40 of them are Republicans. 10 are Democrats. Super, 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 super majority. They can pass anything they want, but they don't have the balls and the testicular fortitude to do it. So you know what? We're going to make sure they do. The thumbnail to this video is going to have all the information right on it. We will do a campaign on X. We will push this and make sure that this happens. He's going to hear from all of us and the people in the Trump administration. I'm making this for you as well. You can use this. You can download it. You can share it. You can post it. Whatever you want. I am here to help. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.